Presented here in the St James's Place Foxhunters, or rather Patrick Mullins is represented, and you just heard Willie break off the interview to wish his son Patrick good luck here on Balna-Slow, who's already had one great moment in the sun last year at Aintree. But on to this and on to the Amateurs Gold Cup. Always a really enjoyable way to, I was going to say wind down after the Gold Cup, but quite often a good way of winding up after it.
Oh, absolutely. Now, in our team play spot, which has long since disappeared like everyone else's, I had no hesitation in just putting in Hazel and Uccello Conti.
And there they are, 4-1 and 9-2. That said, the momentum in the last week has come for Hazel because suddenly everyone's woken up to exactly how impressive Phil Rowley's gelding was at Warwick.
He really was. He was. He took me by surprise, and I've seen him enough times to know how good he is. But he took them apart at Warwick. It's always a hint of him going slightly to his right at the fences, but it didn't stop him there.
There is Hazel Hill in the foreground. Alex Edwards, who rode a brilliant race to be second yesterday in the Kinmure, takes the ride for Phil Rowley. There's a whole raft of horses people will be very familiar with here, Jonathan. Of those, which is the horse with the best chance?
Well, Uccello Conti fits the bill in many stages because he's got very solid back form as a chaser, not in hunter chases, and he's won his couple of races in sort of pretty decent style this year, and he's got Jamie Codd. It's understandable why he's near the head of the market.
And Jamie Codd bidding to become the first amateur since Jim Wilson in 1980, as he himself reminded me today, to win 3 races at one Cheltenham Festival and to make it 10 all told. What of Passion Apollo? We have to mention him. He's won the last 2 editions of the race. He ran terribly on his comeback, but he'd done so last year ahead of this.
Yes, he ran particularly terribly this year, but it was a fairy tale last year, and the year before come to that, when both years about 12 of them are going up the running. Others to definitely were down the card worth a mention. Cousin Pete back to proper form last time, winning a point, and of course placed in this last year. Haymount, who they were very keen to qualify for the race, they took him to Charity Corbett at the last minute after the flu break and all the rest of it. Again, third in the National Hunt Chase here, represents a top team. Road to Rome's been a dream. 7 runs, 7 wins, starting with a maiden point.
Oh, the flag's already up for the St James's Place Foxhunters, and the man to call them home, as ever, it's Mark Johnson.
Indeed, and what a really competitive renewal. They're about to be called in. Road to Rome, keen front runner, has taken hold of the bit, and he's coming in quite quick, taken back now and restrained by Sam Whaley-Cohen, and they're off. And very slow to begin at the back of the field was Sam and Tom, and also slow to begin was Balna-Slow. But it is Road to Rome, the confirmed front runner, who takes them towards the first of the 22 fencers. Road to Rome just calls towards the outside. Over in front, an unseated rider, Time Waits for No One at fence number 1. Richie Deegan unseated at the first. Time Waits for No One is out of the contest. Southfield Theatre moving up on the outside of Road to Rome as they cross over fence number 2. Balna-Slow was the back marker. So it is Road to Rome to a Soccer Star racing in second, and then Just Cause with Chantu Flyer and Top Word and Southfield Theatre around the outside. Don't Do Mondays is next, followed by a Haymount towards the outside. Coastal Tiep against the inside rail, and then Hazel Hill. One Connemara then around the outside, followed next to the field by Chosen Dream. After Chosen Dream is Uccello Conti, and then towards the inside Passion Apollo as they go over the next, and all the leaders jumped it well. Balna-Slow is still the back marker, and also still towards the rear of the field is Sam and Tom racing on towards the water jump, and it's Road to Rome and Sam Whaley-Cohen who lead them there by about a length and a half to a Soccer Star who took it in second place. Not a great jump there by Stand Up and Fight, but at the moment only has 4 or 5 behind. Cyberite's already been ridden along at the back of the field as they cross over an open ditch at which one Connemara made a mistake. And they continue now on towards a plain one, the 6. Road to Rome out in front to a Soccer Star in second. Southfield Theatre was over in third. Towards the inside, Chantu Flyer crossed it in 4th position. In 5th place is Topward, followed then on the inside by Just Cause, and then Don't Do Mondays as they race now on towards the next. And this is another open ditch. Road to Rome clear by a couple of lengths over that. Rather slow over that was Art Killy Witness in midfield. Also slow over it was the Scottish Raider Double Whammy. Whammy. So they now climb towards the top of the hill, and it's Road to Rome. He's out in front by a couple of lengths to a Soccer Star over in second, and then Shantou Flyer on the inside. A mistake there by Art Killy Witness as they took the fence right at the top of the hill, and as they come down the hill, they're getting well strung out now. Totally tailed off at the back of the field is Cyberite. Another one who's right out the back of the field is Balna Slow as they take the downhill fence. And all the leaders jump that one. Okay, Passionate Polder well back in the field. At the moment, he's racing in the last half dozen or so. So too K de Belay, who's just ahead of him, and so too Stand Up and Fight. So a well strung out field in the St James's Place Foxhunters as they make the run down the hill now on towards fence number 10. Road to Rome out in front. Southfield Theatre who took it in second. And then on the inside, a Soccer Star in third. Another mistake by the 7-year-old Stand Up and Fight. And at the moment, his jumping isn't standing up to the test. So they're about to make the turn. They're coming towards the halfway point, and it's Road to Rome out in front. To Southfield Theatre racing in second, 3 lengths away. A Soccer Star is in third, and Shantou Flyer is in fourth. Last year's runner-up Topwood is in fifth. Just Cause on the inside in sixth, followed by Hazel Hill improving in seventh. Don't Do Mondays is in eighth, followed by Haymount on the outside in ninth as they go over the two fences in the home straight. Down there is Some Are Lucky in midfield. Some Are Lucky blunders and seats at fence number 11. They go on towards the 12th, and Road to Rome gets in tight but still takes it clear, and the rest streaming over it with a circuit to go in the Foxhunters of 2019. And it is Road to Rome who's out in front by 3 lengths. Southfield Theatre racing in second. Topwood is in third. Shantou Flyer in fourth. A Soccer Star is racing in fifth, 4 lengths away. Just Cause is in sixth. Hazel Hill is in seventh. Don't Do Mondays is in eighth. Haymount around the outside in ninth and ridden along. Coastal Tiep is in 10th. Uccello Conti improving in 11th. One Connemara is 12th, followed next in the field then by Ard Killy Witness, then towards the inside Cousin Pete as they go the first one down the back. The leader pecked on landing. Stand Up and Fight still right out the back of the field, so too is Passionate Polder, but he's still going. Cyberite is the back marker. Balna Slow is last but one. Double Whammy still out the back of the field, and so too Sam and Tom. They go over the water jump. That was fence number 14, and it's still Road to Rome who leads the way. Topwood now closing up into second. Shantou Flyer over the ditch in third. Southfield Theatre was in fourth. One Connemara has been pulled up. Haymount has been pulled up. Double Whammy has been pulled up, and we had an unseated rider at that open ditch as they go over the next one going down the back. Art Killy Witness unseated the rider. So now they're making the run towards the top of the hill, and Road to Rome has given Sam Whaley Cohen a great spin so far. David Maxwell and Shantou Flyer moving into second. Topwood and Tabitha Worsley in third towards the outside. A Soccer Star was over in fourth. Hazel Hill took it in fifth. Southfield Theatre is in sixth. Just Cause is in seventh. Uccello Conti is in eighth. Stand Up and Fight is making ground now towards the outside as they go over the fence, which takes them right to the top of the hill in the Foxhunters, and now they begin to freewheel to the downhill fourth from home, and it is Road to Rome who's made every yard to this point. Last year's runner-up Tupwood is racing in second. In third is Shantou Flyer, and then the 11-year-old Hazel Hill is creeping into contention for Alex Edwards as they now begin to make the run down towards the third from home, and it's Road to Rome with Topwood and Shantou Flyer snapping away at his heels. 4 lengths then, or 3 lengths now to the inside away is Hazel Hill, followed by a Soccer Star, Uccello Conti, then Stand Up and Fight and Cousin Pete. Just Cause has been pulled up, and they're over the third from home in the Foxhunters and driven along. Road to Rome still clings to the lead, but he's gamely out in front by 2 lengths. On the inside is Shantou Flyer, round the outside is Topwood, and Hazel Hill still has every chance. The loose horse slightly hampers Shantou Flyer as they make the turn into the home straight, and it's Road to Rome who's still digging. He's still finding gamely. Shantou Flyer is rallying on the inside. Topwood on the outside, and Hazel Hill still has every chance, delivered late. They go over the second last. Road to Rome still leads, but here comes Hazel Hill on the wide outside. These two now locking arms down towards the 22nd and final fence, and Hazel Hill clears the last with feet to spare. It's Hazel Hill and Alex Edwards going clear in the Foxhunters. In second, Road to Rome. Shantou Flyer is staying on, but it is the 11-year-old who came late to the party, but now no one can deny he is the champion pointer and hunter chaser. Hazel Hill wins the Foxhunters. Shantou Flyer in second, Topwood in third, Road to Rome in fourth, Uccello Conti was fifth, Stand Up and Fight was sixth, then Don't Do Mondays, followed by a Soccer Star, and then Southfield Theatre, and they were the only ones to get home.
A proper horse and a proper winner of the St James's Place Foxhunters. This is a true result for the British point-to-pointing scene. Hazel Hill wins for the prolific point handler Phil Rowley, who is shortly to take out a professional licence. Alex Edwards, the man who was second in the Kinmure yesterday, has gone one better here and takes his first Foxhunters on this horse in the silks of Mrs. Williams. An 11-year-old he might be, but he is a true and glorious jumping late bloomer, and he has won in fine style with a leap at the last that was reminiscent of all the horses who've done something similar down the years. Fondmort et al. He gave it feet to spare, as Mark said in commentary. Shantou Flyer, who was a gallant runner-up in the Ultima last year, is a gallant runner-up this time in the hands of David Maxwell, who's got his crosshairs trained on the Amateurs title, and he'll probably win that, but this will eclipse anything he's done before, a second placing in the Foxhunters. And last year's runner-up, Topwood, has run another belter, another absolute belter here, always on the sharp end. He's been ridden today by Tabitha Worsley for Kelly Morgan in the colours of Johnny Weatherby, the breeder and presenting Percy, but it is Hazel Hill that has won for the stable that was second last year, for a jockey who was second yesterday, hampered by the loose horse on the run-in, but he had enough in the tank. Jonathan, a great result.
Absolutely fantastic. Those four were the only ones concerned in the last mile. The race has been set up by Road to Rome. There's always a doubt whether he could possibly last 3 1/4 on a track like this, and he didn't. All your comments about the others are absolutely spot on. Topwood hasn't run this year, so that's an amazing performance. Shantou Flyer has again shown his love for Cheltenham, but the winner is a legend in points. Now he's a legend in Cheltenham, and I think that's absolutely fabulous.
And the trainer is an absolute top-notcher in the point-to-point and hunter chasing field. I said he's about to take out a full licence. Stand by.
Oh yeah, this is no sort of amateur playing around. He's a really, really good trainer, and well, as evidenced by this.
And Alex Edwards, the rider, it's been I was going to say a dream, Cheltenham. He was second yesterday for Henry Oliver in the Kinmure when his saddle went back. I don't think he'd have ever got to the winner anyway, but to have a couple of rides here and to have them both perform with such credit, it's the stuff that dreams are made of for these guys.
It is. I mean, again, top point-to-point rider, and he's given the horse an absolutely perfect ride, had it in the right position throughout, crept closer when he needed to.